It is Sunday night, and we are live in the Madhouse Sunday night, bringing back the old Ed Sullivan Hour right here in the Madhouse. I am Tommy Marr. This is the Maverick Soul Hour, and we have a great show tonight. We've been out of town for a while, so that's why I haven't done a show in a couple of weeks. But I have a few things I just want to say. First of all, I want to talk about, Madhouse was invited to cover the biggest blues festival in North America. So we packed up our goods and we headed out to Windsor, Canada, which is actually right across the river from Detroit. And I got to tell you, a $3 million stage they built. The backdrop was the city of Detroit, which, from all the things that I always told about Detroit, I mean, it was beautiful. I mean, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city. And I just want to give out a few thanks. I think there was maybe 40,000 people there throughout the weekend. We did a 3-day concert there by some of the greatest blues musicians in the world were there. It was just an incredible time. But I do want to send out a very, very special thanks to Mr. Ted Boomer and his amazing, amazing crew of beautiful, beautiful people. They couldn't do enough for us. I mean, it was really, really incredible. It was a great experience for us. We learned a lot. We got to do a big concert like that, 3 days. Wait until you see what we got out of there. It was just absolutely amazing. The talent that was on that stage just blew me away. So Ted Boomer and your crew, you guys rock, man. Let me tell you something. It was such a treat and an honor to do that show, and we could never thank you enough, and hope to God we can do it again next year. So thank you. I also want to thank my main man, Mr. Arnie Goodman, who hooked me up with the gig. Arnie, you're the best, man. You are the best. And I know you're away right now, and I believe you're in Delaware at a Blues Fest. So enjoy. And we drove the van out there. Let me tell you, I drove, and Janine and my man, Mr. Paul Aronson. What a good time we had with him. Paul, you're a great guy, man. Let me just say one thing to you. Rock steady, Jack. All right, so that was fun. I also want to send out a very, very special thank you. And I mean, this girl is such a beautiful human being and a heart that is, you can't even imagine what a giving person this person is, especially in the world we live in today. Laura Brendenson from Detroit. Laura, actually, I met her on Facebook, or it might have even been MySpace years ago. I don't even know. But we've known each other a long time. We've talked a lot together. And when she knew we were going out to Detroit, she said, "Let me show you Detroit like you'll never see it." You know, it would be like me bringing someone into Manhattan and showing them around. But she spent we got there on Wednesday night. And Thursday, she spent the whole day with us, took us everywhere. And let me tell you something, get through customs, my God. I don't know whether it's the hair or whatever, but man, every time we went through, they ripped our car apart from front to back and made us sit on benches like we were murderers. It was really not cool, really. I was a little pissed off. Welcome to Canada. But it was all right. And Laura, she took us everywhere. She took us to... first of all, she drove us all around the city of Detroit to show us everything. She brought us to I don't remember the name of that ship that sank there in the river, but the Edmund Fitzgerald. Thank you, Janine. and that was actually pretty cool. I mean, that was really pretty cool. And then she took us all through the city of Detroit. Showed us Tiger Stadium. Then she showed us the parts that aren't so good in Detroit. That 8 Mile is where Eminem, everybody gets all strip clubs and pawn shops and everything, and that was pretty, whatever. And but she was driving, and I don't know what it was, and they can all attest to it. Tom and Vicky and Janine and Laura freaked out. I don't know what it was. I have a funny feeling. I just have a feeling that we're very, very close to Motown. And she went, "Oh my God." She goes, "You'll never believe this." And in like 10 seconds, we were sitting in front of the Motown house. And let me tell you something. That brought tears to my eyes. It was amazing. I can't even explain to you because I grew up with that stuff. I grew up in a town where, these guys would come out in the assemblies in their shark skin, suits and do My Girl and all that stuff, and it's always been a very big part of my soul. And I mean, I actually used to do an R&B show by myself for 8 years, and it really meant a lot to me just to be in that studio with what went on. I mean, it's all original. Even the candy machine still has the candy from the '60s that's still in it. And Stevie Wonder's only ate Babe Ruth, so he knew his number was the fourth one. He'd pull it out, and they had holes in the wooden floors from where the guys tapped their feet. I mean, actual holes through these floors that were probably this thick, holes that you could look through. And then when we were standing there in Studio A, and the guy said, and right where that gentleman right there is standing, me, he said exactly where he is standing is the exact spot where David Ruffin stood and recorded My Girl. And I was like, wow. I mean, I had goosebumps for like 25 hours. And that was just an out-of-body experience for me. It really, truly was. Just to think of how he did this, how he went to the Ford plant and saw how a car went in. One door came out completely done as another car. And he goes, why can't I do that with music? And he brought these people in as an unknown, and they come out the door as a world-class artist. And that's what they did. And then he bought the house next to that, and then he bought the house next to that, and then he bought the house, I don't know, it was about 6 houses, I guess, in a row. And one was for where they taught the girls how to dress and how to, etiquette and everything and how to act on, it was really very cool, very, very cool. But just to think who recorded in there and who sat in there, and it was beyond belief. And then she took us to the Ford Museum, which I never even knew existed. Excuse me. And I got to say, I mean, we saw the car that Kennedy was murdered in. And but I got to tell you that the thing that blew me away was that they had the original bus where Rosa Parks made her actual stand where she wouldn't sit in the back of the bus. And I actually got to go in alone and sit in that seat that she actually sat in. And I'll tell you, I had tears coming down my eyes. I mean, it was really, really an emotional experience, but very cool. And I'm really blessed that I got to do that. So that was very cool. So Laura, we could never, ever in 10 million years thank you for what you did for us, because I know she has a beautiful family. We got to meet them all finally at the end of the day, which was very cut short because we had to go back to Canada. And so I thank you and your family for all the blessings you gave us that day. It was wonderful. Thank you so much. Also, I just want to make a couple quickies. Friday afternoon, I got a phone call from my buddy Vince Martell from the Vanilla Fudge, and he said, "Tommy, would you like to come down to, be my guest tonight in Westbury?" And I said, "Sure, we'd love to come down." And we went down, and they had it was Kim Simmons from Savoy Brown, which I had just interviewed, so I know Kim, which was great. And Rare Earth was there, and the Vanilla Fudge, and Edgar Winter. So, I mean, it was a night. We were backstage with them 2.5 hours after the thing ended. It was great. It was a great night. Vince, can't possibly thank you enough. It was a night I'll never forget. You guys were all great, and God bless Johnny Winter, too. And Edgar, I mean, you really did a heartfelt to do for your brother, I must say. It was very touching. And lastly, I just want to let everyone know that August, not this coming weekend, the following weekend, I'm going to be up at Yazga's Farm for the 45th reunion at Woodstock. It is the Roy Howard second annual reunion for the Woodstock Spirit on Yazga's Farm. There's going to be 80 bands there, 3 days. It starts at 4:20 a.m. on Friday, and it ends at 4:20 on Sunday. Do the math. I don't know. But it's an unbelievable weekend. I'm going up there. Amber Ferrari, which everybody around on the island knows, and the tri-state knows, Amber Ferrari and Joplin's Pearl. I'm going up with them. We'll be doing like song for song. And then I'm also bringing up Milagro, the Santana band. That is just, they are Santana. Incredible, incredible musicians. Julio and the boys, can't wait. They're going on right before us. We're going on at, I believe, about 9 o'clock Saturday night. And it's so beautiful. It's in the forest, in the woods, on Yazga's Farm, not Bethel Woods, in the farm, and it's all the good people, man. It's a great place. The vibe is unbelievable. So if you get a chance, and if you were too young, or I hear all these people, I wish I got to go to Woodstock, it's as close as you're ever going to get. So if you can get up there, get up there. Not this coming Friday, but the following Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's the actual dates this year that Woodstock took place. So come on up. We're going to be rocking and rolling in the woods. So it'll be great. There's 3 stages, nonstop music, 80 bands, nonstop for 3 days. So it's good. I have a very, very special group calling in. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I'm going to bring you one of the biggest blues talents in America. Hang in there. We'll be right back with the Maverick Soul.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have 2 practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our 2 offices. Thank you.
Being a fireman is more than just putting out blazes and giving kittens CPR. Sometimes my duty demands I fan the flames, like when a call comes in from a lady who needs immediate assistance. Maybe she needs help with a computer thing. Maybe she wants to go antique. Could be as simple as understanding that walking in heels it's hard. Aussi simple que l'été dernier à Paris. C'est sympa. Maybe it's ladies' night in, and she wants a simple, delicious recipe for margaritas with a twist. First, a can of limeade. Now hold on to this. You'll be using it. Side note, kittens make everything better. Next, add water. Now, a bottle of light beer. No, shh. Trust me, I'm a professional. And last, and most important, Sauza Blue Tequila. Now, mix it up. Ole. Yes, that's what I'm trained for. Whether it's to help her choose leggings or pants, telling her leggings are pants, or discussing leggings and jeggings versus pant pegging at her next ladies' night in, I'll come to the rescue. Don't call me a hero. Just call me. Let me know what time.
We are back live in the Madhouse with the Maverick Soul. I am Tommy Marr. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, I got a group on the phone with me right now that I had the privilege of sitting. I got to interview them. And, I think I interviewed them after they played. And these guys blew it up out there. I'll tell you right now, they blew it up. It was like going back to the Fillmore in the 60s for me. It was great. So, ladies and gentlemen, on the phone I have with me the Kinsey Report. And I have Donald and Ralph Kinsey on the phone. Guys, how are you doing?
Well, Tommy. How are you, man?
I'm hanging in there. I just want to let
All your fans are well, too, man.
Well, hey, it is, we got to hang together, keep the blues alive, right?
Yes, indeed.
So, I just want to go through a couple things. I mean, first of all, I think you guys blew the stage apart when you were out in Windsor, and I know people are still talking about it, and it was just really, really, really good.
Thanks.
I know Janine, my girlfriend, she loved it. She said it was like Hendrix being up there and that, and she just loved it, loved it. So, how did you guys? What was your whole take on that gig?
It was a great festival. The people, the audience, it was like it's just a really good positive energy, and whenever we play, and you can tell when the people there appreciate what you do, you know what I mean, and the energy was just we gave and they gave back, and that's what makes it all happen, you know.
Yes, Tommy, and just to add to what my brother was saying, that venue there that they built there on the riverfront is fairly new.
Yeah.
And the sound on stage and the construction and the way the sound came back to the musicians on stage was phenomenal, man. So all that helps with the performance, and it just brings everything to a oneness, man. Us on stage with the people and the audience, man. It was a beautiful experience there in Windsor.
It was, and it was a beautiful night. I'll tell you what amazed me, coming from New York with all these such polite people we have at concerts here, it really amazed me how they all sat and behaved themselves, and they just loved the music. They didn't see here. Soon as the band walks out on the stage, they just storm. They don't care if they're in the $5 seats. They'll just crush the people in the $5,000 seats. They don't care.
Well, you know what? On that note, Tommy, I would like to have that enthusiasm when we play BB's Club Monday night. Man.
We're going to get to that, but I just want to talk a little about you guys because
if we can get a piece of that Monday night, that'll be mighty fine, man.
We're going to hook you up. But
all right.
I just want the people to know a little history about you guys. Now, for you people at home, these guys come from Gary, Indiana, and you know who else came from there. And how far did you live from them?
We live not a few blocks from the Jacksons, man.
A few blocks. And you guys actually opened for them, right?
Well,
or they opened for you?
No, the way it went was my father, Big Daddy Kinsey. See, we were a little older than
right.
Michael Nim, I guess. Well, let me see. Well, yeah, we were a little older, but the thing is my father was a blues artist.
Right.
He was a performer. He was a musician. So when we were playing with my father when we were like 10, 11 years old, we were playing shows with my dad. And so Joe Jackson, he would come to my father and ask my dad, could Michael and them like do something when we were doing our intermission, and they would just play for some. They would just throw a tip jar or something like that
Right,
down,
right.
and so we would share the same dressing room.
Did Joe stick his hand in the tip jar?
Did he what now?
Did Joe stick his hand in the tip jar?
Yeah, man, and it was a unique thing for us too, because during that time when bands were coming along, most of the bands coming along wanted to play the pop music and do the sounds that were like that at
Right.
the time. But our dad raised us and schooled us on the blues.
True blue.
So that's what we were playing, the blues, man. And so that kind of separated us. Not saying that we were better than anybody else. Or
Right. Different genre.
Anything like that. But from a musical standpoint, that separated us from our peers. So, and sometimes at that time we didn't understand it, but the lesson is perfectly clear that our father laid out for us, Tommy, and
Right.
it's much appreciated and much loved, man.
Well, let me tell you something. I wouldn't have you guys on the phone if I wasn't a true fan, and I am a true fan of you guys. I mean, you guys tore it up. I mean, it was so, man, it was like, see, I love that raw stuff. We talked about this out there, right? It's that nothing better than that raw stuff, and you guys just left it laying in liquid on the stage.
Well,
and that's what it's all about. I mean,
And
you had them in.
And meeting you and talking with you, man, and realizing that it's been really a long time since the Kinseys have been in New York City, man.
Yeah.
And then to be coming in New York City on your birthday, and I'm like that, it just really kind of like,
It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
it's an alignment there, man.
No, it all happens for a reason, right? Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something. I really enjoyed, sitting out in Canada with you guys and talking with you, because I felt like, I was home with people, how I grew up and the people that I grew up with and everything. And I mean, to me, real is real, and there's nothing better than real. And you guys are as real deal as it gets. And so at this point, I do want to let everybody know in the tri-state area, or if you got a jet, you got to be at BB King's tomorrow. What time you guys going on?
I think we go on at 7.
7 o'clock in Times Square at BB King's in New York City. People, I am telling you, do not miss your chance to see these guys. They will blow you away, and they will bring you back to where it used to be and how it's supposed to be, because I'll tell you, they are as real as it gets, like I said. And I'll tell you, they're not only great
man,
talents.
I just want to just let you know how much we appreciate what you doing, man. I think it's really beautiful what you doing in supporting the music and the artists, man. With this Madhouse TV, man. That's just.
Well, we're a conduit to keep it alive. You know what I mean? If it were in any way a part of it that can make it continue on, that's the whole goal, is to let it continue on so that the youth have something real to listen to. And I'll say real again.
It's truly appreciated, man, because I say this, and I know you got to go, Tommy, but I mean, we like most other kids that played in bands. We started out in the garage, or in the basement, in the garage.
Yep.
But you just keep doing it and you refine it, but you still keep that spirit of the basement in the garage, man.
Well, and that's another big part of why these guys. I mean, you got bands, and these are three brothers, and Andy. I'm going to give this a shot. Oredzinski, a nice Irish fella, right? Yeah. Well, you could tell Andy my mother's maiden name is Gabinski, so. We can share some kibasi together or something. But I also want to say that these guys are not only great talents, but they're great human beings. They're great people. And that's the people that you need to go out and support. Not just great musicians. A lot of great musicians that are not nice people. These guys are both. They're great musicians, they're great talent, and they're great human beings and great people. So I ask all of you guys out there, if you can get to BB King's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, be in Times Square with the Kinsey
All right.
Yeah,
report.
man.
And you tell them I sent you. All right?
I'm so ready to come to New York City. You know, my dad, we used to sing this song, man, on this old Jimmy Reed tune, man. It's like, well, I'm going to New York. I'm going if I have to walk. I'm getting there, baby.
Well, maybe you could do that one tomorrow.
All right.
And don't forget, guys, you know, I know you're on a tour, but if you do ever get a chance to get out to the island, I want you in the studio. I want you live and getting up here and playing.
Absolutely, Tom.
And you know what? I got a young group in here tonight that actually, you know, like we talked out in Canada, how, you know, we need these young guys. This is one of these unique groups that are very rare nowadays. You know, it came through his dad, and this kid is as well trained in the blues as it gets. So, you know, it's
What's
like
his name, Tommy?
Dennis Folger.
Okay.
His father worked with the Illusion and many projects. Well, you'll see the show and you'll know, because I'm going to interview them in a minute. So,
Right,
but
well,
guys,
well, check this out. But if they're there in the city, tell them to come down to the show tomorrow.
I will. They're over there looking. Yeah. Okay, we'll go. Yeah. Well, again, guys, I do got to go, but I love you guys. And again, people, get to BB King's tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. You will not regret it. You will really thank me. Go
Thank
check
you,
out
Tommy.
the Kinsey
Tommy.
Report.
All right.
Guys,
Thank you.
Donald, Ralph, thanks so much. I appreciate your time, and God bless you, and have a great gig tomorrow. And I'm going to still try my best to get there. But if
All
I'm
right,
not there,
Donald. You
I'm
too.
sending
Thank
you
you so
some
much, man.
troops. I'm sending you some troops. But stay in touch and don't lose contact, because we're going to do some stuff together, all right?
You
All
got
right,
it,
all
you
right.
got it,
All right,
you got
guys.
it.
God bless and
Right.
be well and have a good
All right,
gig.
Tommy.
All right.
All right.
And don't forget, now you can watch this show. So you
Yeah.
can watch it on your phone even. Just go to
I
Madhouse TV,
will.
madhousetv.com, and you can watch the show.
I will, my brother.
All right, man. Take care.
Cool, man. You
All right.
Tommy.
Later.
All right, man. Much love.
All right, man. The Kinsey Report. Great guys. Great guys. And I really do mean that. Go check them out tomorrow night at BB King's. So we're going to go to a quick commercial, and I'm going to bring back the next wave of youth that play the right stuff. So hang in there. We'll be right back.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
We are back live in the Madhouse with the Maverick Soul. I am Tommy Marr, and like I told you, I just want to explain a little something about these guys. You know, if you've seen my show, which I hope you've all seen it many times, how I always talk about where's the new wave, the next wave coming in, because, you know, we really are not seeing it, you know. It seems like it's starting to build a little bit, but this is a band that I have here tonight that I'm very proud to bring to you guys, because they are the new wave. They are what we want left here when we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce the Infantry. And there they are.
Hey.
Now, the drummer is not here tonight, but I would like to introduce these guys, if I could find them actually. Well, he likes to be called Red. So, starting on the left over here,
Yeah.
we have Red, otherwise known as Matt McKeon. He's the lead vocalist and rhythm guitar player,
Correct, yes.
and he plays a good acoustic guitar too. And then we have the founder of the band, I believe, Dennis Folger. He is the lead guitarist and vocalist. And then we have the new man, Mr. Billy Jack Powell on the bass guitar.
How we doing?
Oh, we're doing all right. So, guys, talk to me. I mean, Dennis, let's start with you.
Sure.
Now, I know a lot of history of you, but I know that you had a very, very, like myself, I had a very close relationship with my dad. I know you do, and we both missed both of them. And but your dad was in a different kind of a business. He was in the music business,
Right.
and he seen and heard it all. And well, the great thing about your dad is that he influenced you and passed all this knowledge down to you. Where it wasn't a guy just coming home and saying, "Hey, honey, what's for dinner?" You know, blah blah blah. But you were very fortunate, and I know you're still very fortunate of the path that he left you and the people that it allowed you to meet and work with,
Right.
which is some heavy-duty people, which we'll get to in a minute. But give us a little background on your dad, and just let the public know, let our people know, you know, exactly what he did.
Well, he was a road manager for, I guess, a lot of big groups in his day. Last time we did your show, I mentioned Tommy James and the Shondells, Cactus. I think he worked with Vanilla Fudge, Long Island group called The Illusion. Who else? The list goes on and on, man. There's a lot of them, really. What else can I say?
And he also has a lot of recordings of these guys, like
Yeah.
in the Action House and all
Sure,
that stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, this stuff is like vintage gold,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you know, artists probably haven't heard it, right?
Right. Actually, I have a tape reel. He had the tape rolling one night at this club on Long Island called Leone's, and
That was that in Long Beach?
I think so.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but anywho, the Illusion were playing, and Ted Nugent came up on the stage, and yeah, like you said, to me that's like liquid gold. You know, it's
Yeah.
like pretty cool to have.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you definitely have the foundation, and you were left with some good impression instilled in you. So, where did that? I know it's probably a lot harder for guys your age to be playing the music that you're playing, because let's face it, a lot of your guys listen to hip hop or whatever, you know, rap and this and that, and you know, is it hard for you?
I guess at first, when we were all younger, I guess our peers would think we were crazy.
Right.
But you meet like-minded individuals who kind of really dig doing the same stuff, and it says to you, hey, you're not nuts, and a term that I like to use is going with your gut. You go with your gut, and you do something, and you get the goosebumps. It's like when you're working on a project, you got to work on it till you get the goosebumps, because if you don't, how do you expect your audience to get it?
Well, it's when we were in Canada, I was fortunate enough to interview all these guys. Bobby Rush and Coco Montoya, and the Kinsey report, and on and on and on. All these people, and I asked them all, how can we get this? How can we? Because I feel it's connecting a little bit, a lot more than it had. I feel there is a connection where people are getting tired of the thumping, maybe. I don't know what it is, but, they're looking, like Coco Montoya said it, the time will come. They will be, because I was like, how can we get it, And he said it'll come around again. And I think it's starting to come around again. I mean, with the blues and, in clubs, even young guys playing, which is great. And, that's what we want to leave, We want to make sure it stays here,
Right.
And, I dig what you guys. I think I've seen these guys. I mean, I listened to this. I think I was one of the first ones to get one of these CDs. And wait until you hear. They are the real deal. And you did also on the CD. You got to work with some pretty heavy-duty characters here, huh?
Yeah, a few guys that I kind of grew up idolizing. I mean, how many people our age get to say something like that?
Well, let the people know. You had Jim McCarty.
Yeah.
From Cactus.
Cactus, Buddy Miles Express as well.
Right. But I got to tell you something, and I don't mean to, everybody has a favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite's the first song on there. And my second favorite, and without knowing who was what, I could tell you after I heard it, but was the one Tim was on.
Right.
Tim Bogart from Cactus and the Vanilla Fudge and many, many, many projects. I mean, Tim Bogart changed bass playing, changed it with one song.
Sure.
Take Me for a Little While.
Right.
It changed the whole game right then and there. Am I correct, Michael? Yes. The whole game changed.
Absolutely, you're treating the bass like a lead instrument, and we actually
and I would love him to come back because he's just so good. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you had these guys play on this album,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean that is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean that's incredible. So, Red, I'm a singer. I've seen you now 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
I love the way you front the band.
Thank you.
No, and I mean that sincerely. I'm not blowing smoke. There's a lot of people. You handle yourself very well. You have a great voice. You really do. You have a lot better voice than you even know you do. It's going to get better and better too. But I love the way you front the band. You have the look. No, you do. It's all important. I mean, listen, it's important.
Oh, come on, Tommy. We go to dinner first, right?
No, come on.
That means
No,
a lot coming from you. I
No,
think.
no, the package means a lot, and I'm sure you've gone through some different players because the package wasn't right.
Right.
Fair to say?
Yep.
So you got a good package. I seen this guy now, Billy Jack here, a couple weeks ago. I think he fits the bill perfectly. He fits right in there. Don't you play guitar too? Do you play guitar also?
A little bit. I play
Yeah.
drums. actually.
Somebody was telling me, some girl was telling me about you. Drums, was it drums?
Yeah, drums.
Okay, yeah, somebody was telling me this the other night.
He's versatile. Very
Yeah.
Yeah,
versatile.
that's good. Well, maybe you can do both tonight.
Do both at the same
the drum's
time.
not here. But you do. You're a great front man, and I think really this band is really going to go somewhere because of, first of all, the talent is there, and the look is there, and you know how to do it. A lot of guys don't know how to do it. Very, very good, very talented. I saw Billy Jack only once, but I think he fits in perfectly. He's got a good look. You guys all look good. Dennis got to grow his hair a little bit, but we'll let him slide a little bit.
He's getting
Get him
there.
some extensions. Or
I'm working on it.
Just put a hat on. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm only kidding. You be you. Just be. I'm just jiving with you. But what I would like to do. Well, Billy, before we go, Billy, how do you feel about being in this project?
I think it's great.
I think you're stepping into some gold here, don't you?
Well,
I mean, they did all the work, and now you hopped in. That's pretty cool.
well, I mean, I've known Dennis for a while, and when he had mentioned the project and everything, he already had a head start on it,
Right.
and I just thought it was a great thing to, be involved with. So
It is. You're in a good place.
yeah,
I really, he
exciting.
knows enough people too, and I think the word's getting out on you guys already. I mean, through our circuit, that it's a pretty heavy duty.
Yeah.
If these guys are talking well about you, it's a good deal.
Well,
And I mean, there was a lot of talk about you guys the other day, and it was all good. It was all
appreciate
good.
it.
And even when we saw the Vanilla Fudge at the gig Friday night, they were, there was the people we were sitting with, just coincidentally, were at where we saw you guys,
Right.
and there was a woman there, and she knew you.
Right.
I think her name was Elaine.
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 Hi, Elaine.
She was going to come down tonight, but she had to do something with her nieces. But we were talking about how good it is, and how good it is for us to have you guys coming along. So it's great. So I think what I would really like to do is, Janine, is there a way we could crank this number 1 tune? Now this song here, this happens to be my personal favorite on the album. Now I want you guys at home to think about this, because this is what I do with this album. When I get in my car, I put this song on and I crank it to 11. And it just gets me going. It gets my blood going. And actually, this is the one with Jim McCarty on, right?
Right.
Can we crank this up and let the people at home hear this? And maybe show us a couple pictures of these guys while we're playing it? No! Nope, wrong song, number 1.
Track 1.
Live television, folks. That's what makes it good. Little feedback, couple chuckles.
that was actually the second track.
People talking in the background. Are we good to go? I love this song, by the way. This is my favorite song. Volume.
Come on down, don't be afraid. Here's where all good things on me. Sit right close, sit right here. I'll tell you all you want to hear. Keep on moving, keep on rolling, keep on moving, keep on rolling. Feel the way down in your soul. That boogie like the days of old. And all you need is a little time. Leave the troubles far behind.
It's so cool. Keep on
moving, keep on rolling, keep on moving, keep on rolling.
Oh yeah, I did too. And I knew when Tibbs was too. And I didn't know the numbers. Well, you know what? what do you think about that? Will that wake you up in the morning going to work? It does me. I'll tell you that. That's a great tune, and that is the famous Jim McCarty on that cut. So, you also had another, actually a friend of ours.
Yep.
Mr. Tim Bogart,
Correct.
who probably, got to be one of the greatest bass players ever played bass,
I would think so.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility we could hear that cut? What is that, number 8?
Yeah. Look at this thing.
Can
Wow.
we hear number 8, Janine? That's without looking, too.
It's pretty crazy.
Because I keep playing the same, too.
Through a blacklit sky, surrender to the heavens high. Find a way to serenity. Just let go and soon you'll see. Walk until you see a light in a blacklit night. Weave through the many trees, down the river and away with me. Follow the lamppost to the other side. Come on, baby, let's go for a ride. Walk until you see a light in a blacklit night.
More stuff with us.
Said-
Absolutely.
You're doing something right. Well, as Matthew McConaughey would say, all right, all right, all right. That's the real deal right there, man. So, this is the album. It's called Infantry, Black Lit Night. I think you guys should all go out and pick this up. And how can we do that?
It's available, let's see, on iTunes, Amazon,
CD Baby,
cdbaby.com.
Xbox Live.
That's funny. Also in store for you. There you go. There's contact info up on the screen. But it's also available in store for you Long Islanders at Looney Tunes in West Babylon as well.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and I'll tell you, really, I really urge you people, if you want something fresh and good, and if you've been wondering what's going on with the youth out there, this is good. So pick it up. Black Lit Night, Infantry. Pick it up. I'm telling you, these guys are good. So we got some future gigs coming up.
yes.
Tell us.
We are this weekend, as a matter of it's this weekend, I believe. We're doing benefit Judy's Run in
Right.
Smithtown. I believe Janine has a flyer.
There it is.
There you go.
See, they're not only great musicians, they're great people. They're doing this benefit for free to help a lot of kids. And that's a great thing. That tells you a little something about character right there, too. And character is something we could sure use in this country. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't usually...
Day to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, God.
Happy birthday, dear Tommy.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy.
Happy birthday to you.
Let me see if I can burn my beard up.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, man. Psychedelic cake. I love psychedelic cake. Thank you so much, Victoria. That's beautiful. I am going to make a wish, and I'm going to include all of you in this wish. So give me a second. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't know that. So thank you very, very much. Huh?
4 years old?
37. 37. Getting to be an old guy. Thank you. That was very nice. Looks pretty good, too, I got to tell you. So, anyway, getting back to you guys. You got Judy's run coming up.
Right.
Did we ever get a hold of Romeo?
No.
Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo, from the Blue Parrot? Book these guys. They're amazing, amazing.
Well,
and anybody else on Long Island, all these clubs that you guys, I know you watch, book these guys. Infantry, their contact number, was it up there?
There was a number up there.
So for you slower people, like my friends that are very slow, that go into the place at 4:20,
Here we go.
you go back on, watch it back, and then you can even stop it.
There it is right there.
There you go. You can pause it and write the number down. So, but book these guys. They got a lot of friends. They got a big following. And believe me, you'll be very, very happy to have them in your venue. That's all I can tell you. So I think the next thing that we're going to do is there anything else that anybody needs to get out there? Red?
No, I'm good.
No, I knew he was going to say. Is there anything else that we need?
I think we're okay.
And we were welcoming Billy Jack to the new
That's right.
gig.
Yeah, Billy Jack is.
All the best of luck to you too, my brother. And I know you guys are going to tear it up. I have total faith that you're going to really do some big things. I really get that vibe. I did the first time I met you guys.
Thank you.
So we're going to go and we're going to take a quick break. Now, just realize when they come back, they're going to be up here. They're going to play a couple tunes, but they're not playing electric. They're playing acoustic. Well, we got one electric, but their band isn't here. The drummer's not here. So this is just a little taste. You heard the good shit. So now you're going to hear some more, what would we call it?
Lighter.
Vintage talent. Let's go with vintage talent. So when we come back, they're going to be up here. They're going to do a couple quick tunes for you, and we'll be right back. So hang in there. Get yourself tight. You'll be all right.
Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is one of the largest suppliers in the world and your #1 resource for top quality, affordable tattoo and piercing supplies. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is the #1 supplier of tattoo inks in the world with more than 200 products including Mom's Ink, Philadelphia Eddie's Traditional Inks, Paolini Sacred Color Inks, and more. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply, your one-stop shopping destination for great service, best prices, and top quality supplies. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are undeniably distinctive. Selected for their unique, memorable flavor, Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are delivered to you in beautifully designed bottles featuring limited edition artwork. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are available at affordable prices in fine restaurants, bars, and liquor stores. Or check www.coneyislandcarlo.com for availability.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy to introduce this band to you. I'm just going to let them play out, and they're going to finish the show out. So thank you for coming by and stopping in. Thank the Kinsey Report. Be at BB King's tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Don't miss them. They are the real deal. So this is the next wave coming up, and I'm proud to introduce these guys. So this is Infantry. Stay tight.
When I saw you dancing and singing, I swear I nearly went insane. With every move and line, you took me by surprise. Fell in love so hard it gave me some pain. The look in your eyes could put a hole through a cloud. Never seen you look so sexy and red. But when you looked it on, you were singing the song. This is what she sang. Don't say that you love me. Don't say that you want me. Don't say that you know me, 'cause you don't even know who I am. Don't say that you love me. Don't say that you need me. Don't say that you know me, 'cause you don't even know who I am. Don't say that you love me. Don't say that you want me. Don't say that you know me, 'cause you don't even know who I am. Don't say that you love me. Don't say that you need me. Don't say that you know me, 'cause you don't even know who I am.
Technical difficulties. Better like that?
We just had a little technical.
Yeah, we got a little pickup problem. Start this next one cold free. locked in a box. You've forgotten your thoughts, how to settle in the silence of your normalcy. But you can find in your mind all the pieces you're receiving can't sufficiently supply to your fantasy. Grab a hold, take control, see your goals form the mold. Before your eyes you compromise everything you've been told. Take the world into your hands, frame it for you to see. A reminder to remind you, keep your clarity. Yes, I feel so elated, 'cause I'm free. I can't stop, no time to waste it, 'cause I'm free. Moments are here, so I'll take them, 'cause I'm free. My happiness unabated, because I'm free. You were lost in the cold, you were left all alone on a plane. You can't sustain no shed of light to be shown, so you reach for the stars and let out all that you are. Deep inside you felt your life expand to depths so far. Depths so far. Depths so far. Depths so far. Yes, I feel so elated, because I'm free. I can't stop, no time to waste it, 'cause I'm free. Moments are here, so I'll take them, 'cause I'm free. My happiness unabated, because I'm free. Because I'm free. Oh no, because I'm free. Oh no, because I'm free.
Listen, I just want you guys at home to know, this guitar, we had a bad pickup in here, so if you did hear a little breaking up at that first song, it wasn't them, it was the chord. So, sound check was perfect. Live television, what are you gonna do? Ladies, just go out, buy the album, Infantry, check them out, and we'll see you the next time, right here in the Madhouse with the Maverick Soul. Thanks, guys, it was a pleasure. Loved having you. Good luck with your tour. Book 'em.